Hello everybody, my name is Twistish and I'm coming at you here with a brand new Factorio Let's Play. A tutorial is kind of the goal. So I'm going to go ahead and walk you through just about everything that I can think of, and we'll see how long it takes. I'm going to try to keep the episodes between 10 to 20 minutes, probably more 15 to 20 range. And we'll just see what we can get. So I'm going to try to make this pretty basic at the beginning, and then increase up to as complicated as people want. So if you're interested in me doing other things, go ahead and leave a like, hit subscribe, and comment and all that good stuff. Love to hear feedback and stuff like that. So if you've never played Factorio before, this first part is going to be pretty important for you. So we'll go ahead and press the play button. I'm running 0 mods, so I hope the nighttime isn't too bad, but we'll go ahead and press play. So here is when you get a couple of options: campaign, new game, blah blah blah. We're gonna go ahead and just do a new game, and we're gonna do completely default settings. Richness, regular, size, everything completely regular. The only thing is I'm going to turn cliffs off because they get kind of confusing. And then everything here is normal. All recipes are normal. All enemies are normal. And all of this I can expand upon, but essentially peaceful mode, enemies never attack, enable replay, enable a replay for this game, map width and height, you can change that. Seeds, I'll go ahead and say we'll go ahead and do, I'll just generate the seed later if people are interested in it. Iron, this just, the frequency is how often you see it, size is how big it is, and then richness is how much each unit contains. Terrain, water, how often you see water, how often you see grass, dirt, sand, desert, trees, enemy bases, cliffs, and then the starting area, which is the area obviously in which we start. Trees, richness, and enemy baseness is richness, how dense they are. Pollution enabled, and then how big the ratio is, evolution enabled, and stuff like that. So we're going to go ahead and jump right in. And you can also generate a preview so we can see what our map's going to look like. It's pretty nice. We got a very nice looking map. We got some, that's pretty good. We got a nice deposit of oil, and then we can start to see some stuff. And I'll explain this really quickly and what everything is. So the red is enemy bases, so it's biters. There's 2 enemies, kind of. So there's biters and spitters. They're all going to come from the same spot. So that's what the red is. And as you can see, we kind of have a little bit of a buffer. That's because this is obviously going to be where we start at. And so in the starting area, we got a couple of different things. So these purple is, this is oil. Oil is a really resource heavy thing that people will tend to have to spread out for later on. And then we've got this kind of grayish is iron, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 iron, pretty close. That one's kind of far away, but iron's probably the most important resource of the game. Then we got this tiny little bit of stone, and then we got another one up here, a decent sized one over there. That's going to be pretty good. And then we've got copper here and here, and that's what this kind of brownish one, the tan, if you can see up here, is stone. And then black is coal, and then blue is water. You can kind of see trees a little bit. They're a little hard to see from this far away. And then as we go up, we can start to see different things. And I'm just looking around a little bit. Oh yeah, sorry. This green is uranium. Uranium's not used heavily in the early game, So once we get to the point in which we can use it, I'll start to explain that a little bit more. So we'll go ahead and get into the game. And this will, so the main objective of Factorio is to build a rocket silo and launch a rocket with a satellite. And so, like it says here, you'll have to research advanced technologies to do this. Start small and work your way up with automation, and don't forget to protect yourself. So, excuse me. We'll go ahead and get building. If you press M, that opens up your map, and you can start to see different yields and stuff like that. So our copper ore down here, 463,000, 137,000, and it looks about the same size, except this one's a lot denser. And we got a little bit of stone. That's going to be a problem eventually. That's a big thing of coal, and we got really good going on. This is not the greatest crude oil in terms of yield, but that's okay. This coal, pretty decent, but we're gonna, it's okay for starting. So the first thing that you're gonna want to do is, how do you move, and how do you do anything that you can do? So you can scroll, obviously, just with the scroll wheel, and then move is WASD like normal. To get to your inventory, it's going to be E as in Edgar, and then to use any of these, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Shift 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's it's kind of nice. I kept wanting to press 6 when I started to begin playing this game, just so I could get over there, but it's Shift 1 through 5 to do that. And so one of the first things that we have here, it's called a burner mining drill, and we kind of want to evolve past these as quick as possible because they require us to get coal. And well, I mean, everything sort of requires for us to get coal, but at the beginning we have to insert coal into these. Like right now there's no fuel, so therefore it will not do anything. And you can see the various types of fuel. You got wood planks, a wooden chest, a light pole, or I'm sorry, an electric pole, wood, coal, solid fuel, rocket fuel, and nuclear fuel. And so we'll get to all of that eventually. So in order to place, you simply press left click and it'll place. And as you saw me doing, right click will start the process of picking something up. And then you can left click to place it down. And so one of the things that we really need to build first is an iron axe, and that's just going to let us pick things up a lot quicker, as you can see. So if I take this off, this is how fast it takes, or how long it takes me to pick this drill up. And then if I put it on, which you'll just put stuff on down here, much quicker. So highly recommend doing that. So we're going to need some wood and stone to kind of get rolling. So in order to harvest a resource, this is a huge rock, you can just right click and you'll start harvesting it. And it's kind of weird because some things look like they would be it, but they're not. And then you'll want to harvest a lot of trees to begin with. However, something very important to note is that trees actually help stop pollution. Now, one of the reasons why that's important and why it is a resource to keep trees or to have trees where they are is because biters themselves do something with pollution. I don't really know what the quote-unquote lore is about them, but they either love it and so they want to go put their mouths around the exhaust pipes, or they hate it and it aggravates them so they come and attack your base. Biters will always try to attack where the pollution's coming from. Not saying that it's necessary that it's going to be straight from the steam engines or anything like that, but they're just going to try to go towards where pollution, like the spreading of pollution. And so one thing you'll see that I did down here is I have locked this bar to coal, and that's because we're going to be using coal a lot. But in order to do that, you shift middle click, and then you can start to actually choose what you want to have locked down there. Or if you simply have something down there, you can shift right click and that'll lock it down there, but I don't want wood down there. So we're going to go ahead and put in some coal. So you can open it up and do it like so, just drop it in there. That is one very good way to do it. And so now you can see it's starting to mine and starting to get iron ore into this furnace. So let me explain how that works. So if you can see, there's a yellow arrow, and that yellow arrow is pointing in the direction of where this drill will input its iron ore. So currently it's going to be inputting it there, directly into this stone furnace. Now, something that you could do is rotate it. In order to do that, you simply press R while hovered over, and it'll rotate where it outputs the ore. So you can see that it can go, and it'll do it in a clockwise fashion. You can't kind of reverse that order. And so that way, if it was powered right now, it would just spit it on the ground, spit it on the ground, spit it on the ground, into the furnace. Now, another way, so we clicked and dragged this coal into the burner mining drill. You can also, if you hold Control and click, it'll simply put things in there. Now I'm gonna take this out again because there's some other things that you can do. If you hold Control right click, it'll put half of it. Shift left click will put all of it. When you're in here as well. Shift left click won't do anything from this screen, but Control left click will, like I said. As well, Control right click will put half of it, but I put half in here and half in there because that's how much we're gonna need. It's actually I'm pretty sure mining drills go through if you see over in the left hand corner, energy consumption, a stone furnace will go through coal slower than a burner mining drill. And so that's just something to keep in mind, because we put exactly half and half, but this one will run out of coal before the stone furnace will. Okay, so we've got quite a bit going down so far. Not really. We only have just this furnace creating iron plates for us. And so just like the way we took out coal, or we put in coal, if you press Control left click, you can take whatever's in that inventory. You can also obviously go into the inventory and click into it. Shift left click will take it all out. Shift or Control right click will take half of it out, if I do remember. So we want to get more of those going because we need more iron plates, and we need more iron plates for a couple of reasons. If we go into your inventory, once again by pressing E, you can see various things that you want to craft. So here's some wooden chests, an iron chest, transport belts, burner inserters, regular inserters, small electric poles, pipes, pipe to ground, stone brick, and some other things. And this will expand as you research, and I'll get into that in a while. But one of the things that we can see is we need more mining drills so that we can create more iron. And we want more iron so that we can start getting power. We'll also need some copper, but in order to get power you need an offshore pump. But we need to create some mining drills. In order to craft something, just left click it. We also need some more stone furnaces. And as you're hovered over something, you can start to see what is required in order to make that thing. So you see 2 seconds. It takes 2 seconds to create a burning mining drill. It takes 3 iron plates, 3 iron gear wheels, and then 1 stone furnace. And at the bottom it'll tell you mining power, mining speed, mining area, its health, energy consumption, and then the total raw resources. So if you start from 0, meaning that you have no iron gears and you have no stone furnaces, it'll take you 4 seconds instead of just 2. However, if you craft some iron gears and a stone furnace, it'll only take you 2 seconds as long as you have 3 iron gears and 1 stone furnace. So we crafted 2 and 2, and we're just gonna, I think we need more iron, but we're just gonna harvest this rock because this rock's gonna be in the way anyway. And then we'll go ahead and place these down back over there. Now right now, I'm gonna go ahead and show you. So this is our map, like I said, and one of the things that we can see is this little red spread. So this red is pollution. So it's kind of hard to see, but if you can see this redness that is spreading, that is pollution, and we want to keep track of that. That's really weird, that there's just one tiny thing of iron. We want to keep track of that because as soon as it hovers over a biter base, that's when they can start or will start coming and attacking. So we kind of want to keep that check. So I'm gonna go ahead and place these down. We want, yeah, those will be good. And then we're gonna do half there, oh, and then 6 there, and then half and half with that. So another really awesome thing about Factorio is right now you can't see what's being crafted in these until you hover over them, or what even is within them. So you can see on the right hand side, you can see crafting speed 1, and you can see 39 wood, 5 iron, and 1 or 14 or 13 iron ore. If you want to see what's actually in there from a distance, if you press Alt, it'll actually show you what it is crafting or have crafted. So now we can see there's iron plates in there, and we can take those up by hitting Control left click. And the hovering text just shows you how much iron you have and how much iron you got from that and how much iron you currently have. So I have 101 iron plates, and that just ran out, so I'm going to go ahead and put this wood in there. And then we got, those are doing not super well in terms of how much they have, so we want to do something really fun. And we're going to go over here to this coal deposit, which is kind of far away from our iron deposit, but not too bad. Is that stone? No, that's just, okay. So this is a really interesting setup. So first I need 1 piece of coal. What this will do is, because mining drills consume coal slower than they produce it, they will actually start producing more coal over time than they will consume. And that's pretty great for us as we want more coal. So I'm going to do it something like this, and this will just start to get us coal pretty quickly. And that way we can kind of just set it and forget it, is the idea. I need 1 more of those, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and grab as much coal as I can from here. And then, like I said, these will just continuously feed into each other, and you just have to make sure that you put it into a circle. Okay, so we are just going to go ahead and continue on trucking here. I'm just going to set up a little bit of copper to start mining, and it's not the greatest place for copper, but that's okay. So we're going to go ahead and put half and half, and then a little bit into there. And with that, we'll go ahead and call it for the very first episode. Thank you for joining. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed and want more. I'm going to go ahead and stop us here and call it good. So thank you very much. Once again, I am Twistish, and have a great day.